It's the holiday season. Welcome to our Peoria Education News Show. We have an extra special holiday edition for you featuring music from one of our fabulous choirs here in the district, as well as an interview from our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Heather Cruz. To kick off our show, let's go to Peoria High School for an extra special culinary segment. I'm here at Peoria High School in the Culinary Arts department. As you can see, I have donned my finest turkey apron as we are here cooking today. I'm joined by Edward and Joseph, and they're going to show us just a little bit about how to prepare a pie for the holidays. Is that right, gentlemen?
Yes.
Yep. Yes. Now, how long have you been in the culinary program?
I've been here about 3 years now.
3 years? And
3 years the same.
3 years as well. So you should be experts now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Well, we're looking forward to cooking with you today. Tell us what we're going to make.
All right, so today we're going to make the caramel pecan cheesecake, and we already have crusts here, and you can also get it at the store, pre-made already.
So you made this one earlier.
Yes.
You can go ahead and buy one store-bought if you don't want to go through all the work, but you are going to show us just a little bit about how to get it to look like that.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right.
So what's our first step?
So we already made this, so we're just going to make like the outer layers
Okay.
on the part. So.
Very good. So
Go
you're
ahead and-
starting with your dough.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and roll this out.
Okay. Now, is this always kind of the first step we're going to take in preparing a pie? Either get your dough taken care of first or purchase it at the store?
It's either way you like it. If you like it store-bought or if you like it homemade. It's always better homemade though. So.
And the portion that you're doing, this is going to add to the outer side. Okay. So now that you've got your dough all rolled out, what's our next step?
So our next step, we're going to make some leaves out of the dough. So we're just going to cut them out.
And that's just a simple cookie cutter.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay, so you just place each of them in there.
Yeah. There's easy decoration for the sides.
Kind of a simple way to really jazz up the outer portion. Very good. So as you're going through and making all that leaves, I think we're going to turn over here because I think we have another step we could be doing at the same time. Is that right?
Yeah, while he's doing that, we can start by making the cheesecake batter. And it's actually really simple. All it requires is about 8 ounces of cream cheese, half a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 egg.
Very good. Sounds simple enough. So show us how we put all this together. First step is going to be to get that package open. Is that right? Here, how about if I do that as you kind of start in with our next step? Sound like a plan? You're going to crack the 1 egg. Okay. Very good. You're much better at that than I would be.
Thanks.
So in that one goes.
Yeah, and then after the egg, we put in a half a cup of sugar. That went right in there. And then after the egg, you put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Very good. And then I've got the cream cheese open here for you. So was this the next step?
Yeah, you can just.
Can I just go ahead and put that in?
Go ahead and toss that in there.
Okay, there we go. In that goes.
And then you just want to move it to your mixer.
Okay. Easy enough.
You just want to blend everything well.
Now, are you putting it on a low speed or a high speed, or does it matter?
I would say you want to start off slow and then go up to a little higher speed.
Okay.
That'll be best. And you just got to make sure everything is creaming together.
Very good. Well, it looks like that's mixing pretty well in there. Do you maybe increase the speed just a little bit to get that to blend, or we don't want to go too fast? There we go.
You want to go too
Very
fast.
good.
You want to.
And give it a minute or so, you'd say? Okay.
Give it a minute or so.
So as he's doing that, let's turn back over here and see how far we've gotten along with our leaves. It looks like you've cut those out into some nice shapes there, and then what do you do next?
We're just going to go around and just decorate them, put them on each other.
So you're just layering them right on top all along the outside portion there. That's looking very nice. And then I'd imagine that's going to brown up for us when we put that in the oven?
After you put all of them, you're going to want to add a little bit of egg wash on top just to make them golden brown. Make it look nice.
Very good. Well, how's our mixture coming along?
I would say it's just
about done.
Yeah.
Very good. So we've just popped that out of our mixer there, and that's looking nice and creamy together. I know we have just a moment to go before Edward has the rest of that pie line, but while we're waiting, why don't you tell me a little bit about the culinary program? You've been involved for 3 years now.
Yeah.
What types of things do you do in the program?
Well, there are 2 different types of classes. You start off with creative foods, which it's like the basics. You're learning to use your knives and how to cook and all those things. And then when you get to culinary, you start the fun stuff. You start more baking and cooking, and you get to experience more of like your creativity.
Some more experience in the kitchen actually preparing things,
Yeah.
is that right? Now, do you do any types of competitions or catering or things that take you outside of the classroom?
Yeah, we do catering events. I'd say maybe once or twice a month for the teachers or the staff, and I think it's a really good experience for like everyone in the kitchen.
Tell me about the kinds of skills that you learn aside from cooking. Are there things like communication, working with others? What types of things have you found that you learn?
I would say communication and like just trusting each other, and communication is a big one because you need to be able to speak to each other in the kitchen so you have no mess ups.
Very good. Well, I think we're going to turn over to Edward here, and it looks like that is just about done. That's
Finished,
looking very nice. So take us through now. Once you have that completely lined, what would be our next step?
You would want to put some egg wash on them. Just the egg wash makes it stay, doesn't slip off or anything.
And what is in the egg wash? Is it just like it
egg,
sounds, an egg?
yes.
Okay. And you just crack it. Do you beat it in there before you apply it?
Yeah, you beat it and then you just add it on top of it.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to save some extra leaves. You can just put some.
Set some aside?
Yeah, so
Okay.
for more decorations.
And are those going to be used later on in our process?
Yeah.
So it looks like you've got that egg wash around there. And then what's our next step?
Our next step would be putting the cream cheese inside.
Okay.
And then you would add the caramel with the egg and then the pecans.
Very good. So it sounds like we're moving right along.
Yes.
So let's take that and move it to the center, I suppose. And we've got that nice and creamy. So you want to do the honors of putting that right in the pie for us? Using a spatula to get all of that out, even the excess on the bottom there. Very good. And once you have it all in the middle, do we spread it through or?
Yeah, you can spread it out pretty evenly. Just make it look nice.
And that's kind of the base of our cream cheese pie. Very good. That's looking good. Let's hold that up so everyone watching can get a good view of how nice that's coming along. So what's our next step?
Well, first let's switch places.
Okay. So you'll switch because we've now got Edward who is going to put the caramel topping in for us. Is that right?
Yes, but first you have to put the pecans on top.
Okay.
Mention that. So if Joseph wants to go ahead and put those on, and then
All
I'll
right,
get
Joseph, we'll pass that to you. And in the meantime, we've got our eggs cracking right in there. And I'll take those shells from you.
Thank you.
And it's the 3 of them, right? So it's 4
Yes.
total eggs that we're going to need for this recipe. 3 of which are going in here now. Very good. And the last one. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. And you're just going to want to beat this.
Now, do you want to keep that on a low speed or do you want that to be a higher speed?
It could be on a high speed. You just want to get them really mixed.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to take your jar of caramels.
And this is just a jar you can buy at the store of caramel
Yes,
sauce,
yeah.
caramel topping.
And then you could slowly add it in.
It's mixing right in there as you slowly add it, so that's looking very nice. Now, as you're doing that, I heard you mention the first step is going to be the pecans. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay,
Yes,
so we
and-
go ahead and add our pecans to the top
and
there.
before, you don't want to put whole pecans, so
Okay.
a good tip is just to put them in a baggie and get a rolling pin and just crush them a little bit,
Okay,
just so they're not big pieces.
sure.
And all you want to do,
And then keep them in the bag, and then that way it's
Yeah.
easy enough for you to go ahead and put them right on the top there.
sprinkle as much or as little as you want on there.
Very good. Now, is our caramel sauce just about done whipping
Yes.
together?
It's about ready.
So we turn that down. Finish off our pecans. Looks delicious, like a lot of pecans on there. And then what do we do with our mixture?
And then you're just going to want to pour the mixture on top of
Okay.
the pecans. Just slowly add it everywhere.
Make sure you coat the entire
Yes.
piece. All the pieces. Fills that up nicely. Look at
Yes.
that. Now, we probably should have mentioned that we've got the oven preheating. Is that right?
Yes.
What do we have our oven on today?
The oven is preheating to about 375 today.
375. While we're doing all this prep
Yeah.
work, make sure you
Yes.
turn your oven on to get that preheated. So
And-
we've got this all prepared. Is it ready to go in the oven?
Yes. All right, so we're going to want to bake it 35 to 40 minutes. You're going to bake it on a cookie sheet. You don't want to overflow in your oven.
So we'll set it right in the center of our cookie sheet there. Now, do we need to cover it?
No, a good tip is about halfway through baking it, you want to cover it with foil just so the outside browns, and it'll just finish cooking and it'll look great.
So just in case it's getting too brown, we can always grab our aluminum foil and put a sheet over that, and that will help keep it from getting too brown.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, let's put it in the oven.
Okay.
Well, while that's baking, why don't you tell me just a little bit more about some of the upcoming projects that you have? I understand there's a luncheon tomorrow, in fact, that you're catering. Edward, tell me about that.
Well, tomorrow we're going to be making ribs, potato salad, apple crisp for dessert, and we're going to make baked beans.
And is that for the staff here at Peoria High School?
Yes, it's for the staff.
So you had to prep all of that today.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's a long process, or doesn't it take too long?
Yeah, for the ribs, you have to smoke them for like a day before, and you serve it. So
that's a different process than the baking that we did today. So you had to learn to do both of those processes, it sounds like, all in one day.
In class today, we actually learned what we had to do for the process and everything. So
very good. So Joseph, do you cook for your family for the holidays using some of the things you learned here?
Yeah, a lot of things I learned here I've brought home and I've cooked for them, and they've actually come out the same or better at home.
Oh, that's good that you get to take that home to your family and start a new family tradition. So I wonder if our pie is just about done.
It is! Just out of the oven.
Well, look who it is. This is Mrs. Barb Saltzman, our culinary teacher here at Peoria High School, and that is one beautiful looking pie, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Very nice work. So I wonder if it tastes as good as it looks.
Well, let's see.
So you're going to slice that pie for us. Oh, and
absolutely.
It's nice and gooey in the middle.
I hate to wreck their decorations. They did such a good job.
They did, with the leaves all around the outside there. It does look awfully nice to serve.
Now let's hope. You know what they always say about that first piece, it doesn't come out looking quite as nice as the rest of them. But is that big enough?
It's looking beautiful to me, and I think that's going to be big enough. So what about some whipped cream on top? I suppose we're going to need some of that.
And I believe the boys have a decoration that they want to show you, our little specialty that we like to do.
So we've got our piece there. There's the whipped cream. We just put a little dollop on top, or a big dollop, depending on your preference. So you put that right on top.
All right, so the leaves we prepared earlier, we scored them just in the middle to make them look like leaves. Go ahead and put it on top.
So those were the ones that you reserved off to the side.
Yes.
You said don't do anything with those just yet. And then you just place that right there on top, and that sure is beautiful. I suppose I'm ready for my taste test.
Well, the only thing you're missing is a fork.
There we go. Looks delish. Certainly looks delicious. Fabulous, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Very, very well done, Mrs. Saltzman. Always a pleasure being in your kitchen. Another delicious treat for everyone for the holiday season. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you so much, and Peoria, thank you.
We recently held our fall patron tour at Ironwood High School and Heritage Elementary School. A special thank you to the more than 25 patrons who joined us for a wonderful morning as they were able to experience what education is like in the 21st century. Join us March 21st for our next patron tour as we go through Sunrise Mountain High School and Apache Elementary School. It's the holiday season, and I'm here at the Peoria Unified School District office. We hope you'll join us here on December 31st to consider making your last-minute tax credit contribution. Through Arizona state tax law, you can make a contribution of $200 for those filing individually or $400 for those filing jointly. Your contributions help support extracurricular activities for our students. You can donate anytime through the end of the year by visiting our website, peoriaud.k12.az.us, or join us here at the district office at 63rd Avenue and Thunderbird on December 31st. Thank you in advance for all you're doing to help support Peoria Unified School District students.
Bobby Daw. I really wish for a dog. I really want a Raiders football jersey and a Raiders helmet and a Raiders football. I wish for a monster truck. I hope I get a blue Jeep. I want an Xbox One. I wish for a blue bike. I want a black and white cat so that I can name him Sylvester. I wish I can have a Barbie. I wish I can have a guitar. I wish for a toy Zoomer, which happens to be a robotic dog, and well, it acts like a real dog, does tricks, but doesn't poop. I wish I had a Chihuahua what's named Wacky. I hope I get a black kitty. If I get it, I'll name it Sophie.
Hello everybody, this is Mr. Barrett from Country Meadows. I just wanted to come on and say have a happy holiday. Be careful, be safe, enjoy yourselves, but most of all, have fun and come back to us safe after the holidays. Goodbye.
This fall, we also celebrated our second annual anti-bullying art and video contest. We had many participants from all across the district and we're so pleased with the wonderful artwork that was produced. Congratulations to our winners that were recognized recently at a governing board meeting. We also had a very special entry from our 12th grader at Centennial High School. Let's take a look at this video.
Almost 300,000 students are physically attacked in secondary schools each month. You may not be a bully, but when you ignore the bullying that's going on around you, you might as well be. But by getting an adult and telling them about the situation, you can put a stop to it. I may just be one kid, but the end of bullying begins with me.
I wish I could see my brother. He's a Marine. I wish for a scooter for Christmas. I wish I could have a Barbie house. I really want to get a iFrog. I'd really like a Monster High doll. My wish is to celebrate Jesus' birthday. I wish I can have an RC helicopter. I would really want a WWE Championship belt. What I want for Christmas is a lot of magazines like J14. I wish I could get my family and celebrate Christmas. I really want an Xbox One. I would really like to go to Disneyland. My wish is I wish other people would have a place to live in and have food to eat.
The holiday season always brings a time for us to get together with family and friends. At Altaloma, we wish all of you a wonderful and joyous, happy, healthy holiday season.
November also marked our Pull the Bus for United Way event at Centennial High School. We had teams of 10 employees competing to pull a 27,000-pound school bus 25 feet. It was a fantastic day with family fun for all who were in attendance. Thank you to all of our teams for helping us support critical needs in our community. In addition, we were so pleased to have the City of Peoria Police Department as well as the City of Peoria Fire Department out on the rope pulling the bus. Congratulations to our winners.
And they're looking good, they're looking strong. They're about to cross the finish line and stop. Good job. 2, 1, pull. And they're looking good, they're going fast. Look at them go and stop. Wait. 3, 2, 1, pull. Awesome job.
For our second holiday edition, we are pleased to introduce the choir from Peoria High School. Under the direction of Mrs. Courtney Lohman, they have Sounds of the Season to share with you.
Caroling, caroling, now we go. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling through the snow. Christmas bells are ringing. Joyous voices, sweet and clear, sing the sad of heart to cheer. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling through the town. Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling up and down. Christmas bells are ringing. Mark ye well the song we sing. Gladsome tidings now we bring. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Caroling, caroling near and far. Christmas bells are ringing. Following, following yonder star. Christmas bells are ringing. Sing with all this happy morn. Lo, the King of heaven's born. Ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the most happiest season of all.
Welcome to the Peoria Unified School District office. I'm here in the hallway of our Curriculum and Instruction Department, and it truly is the heartbeat of our school district. Here is where all of our teachers have the resources and tools that they need to be successful in the classroom. Our Curriculum and Instruction Department does so much to make sure that all of our students are prepared and successful. I'm also thrilled to be joined by our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Heather Cruz. Dr. Cruz, thank you for being here with me today.
Hello, Danielle.
I want to talk just a little bit about the Common Core state standards. There's recently been a change with regard to Common Core, so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, just the name has changed, Danielle. They've changed the name to Arizona's College and Career Ready Standards. And really the name is meant to just depict exactly what those standards are, helps people really focus on what the standards are trying to do, which is really help kids be prepared for college and career.
So if parents and community members hear about this change, we are not getting an entirely new set of standards to replace the Common Core. We've simply just changed the name to kind of better focus our efforts.
Absolutely, not one single standard has changed, just truly the name.
Very good. So as we are implementing this, I know so much work has been done, especially from this department here, Curriculum and Instruction Department, across the district to implement these standards. Where can parents go if they are wanting to learn more about what it is that's being taught in the classroom?
They can go to our website first and foremost. We, right on that front-facing site, we have a large icon that, you know, Arizona's College and Career Ready Standards. Click there. At the bottom of that first page, you'll find all kinds of files, as well as over on the left-hand side, there's links to different pages. The files at the bottom can tell you by grade level what students should know and be able to do. So that really should help parents with a guide to say, well, exactly what should my child be learning and what should they be able to do when they exit this grade level. That will give them a good inclination.
And what about those parents that want to help their students at home? Are there any resources or tools in particular that you would recommend or that we've made available for parents that want to help their students?
Well, recently we have been fortunate enough to purchase a product called Study Island. We primarily purchased that to help our teachers with resources to help build their instructional day and their instructional lessons for students, because it's filled with stuff for teachers. However, for students, it's a robust way for them to go on and practice in the area of mathematics. All those skills are going to be needed for the AIMS and also for our Arizona's College and Career Ready Standards. It's very fun, it's very engaging. Every student gets their own login. It actually levels students based on their own learning and what they know at the time. And they can earn blue ribbons and play games. Kids really like it. It's really fun. For our high school students, it's a little different, where they have access to what they call a College and Career Ready bundle. So there's all kinds of resources to help them with all different subject areas, as well as prepare for the ACT test, prepare for AP exams, all of those different materials. So there's a huge value add for high school students in that they have all kinds of resources right there at their fingertips. So I would encourage parents to go on and make sure that their students are logging on at home to Study Island.
Let's talk for a moment about testing, because parents may have heard a lot about the AIMS test that their students are currently taking, that may be going away. Is there a timeline in place for that, or do we have any additional information on when that will go away and what the new test will look like?
Well, that's a really good question. We know this year that students in grades 3 through 8 and grades 10 will be taking our current AIMS test. We know that. After this year, we're not so sure. Those decisions are being made right now at our Arizona Department of Education, and those decisions truly lie with our State Board of Education. So they are in discussion right now. I know that they're working hard to try to find a solution to that, and they're entertaining a number of possibilities.
Well, we'll rest assured that you will keep us updated. We always appreciate having you on our program, so thank you very much for that, Dr. Cruz. You can find additional information on all the tools and resources that Dr. Cruz shared at peoriaud.k12.az.us. And of course, we will keep you updated as we get additional information from the Arizona Department of Education on the new standards. That's all for our holiday edition of the Peoria Education News Show. Until next time, we leave you with holiday wishes from students across our district. From all of us here at Peoria Unified, we wish you and your family a happy and healthy holiday season.
I wish for a Hulk costume. I really hope for a puppy. I wish for Battlefield 4 for the PlayStation 3. I wish for a nail polish set. I really hope for a PlayStation 3. I wish I'm going to get Gek for Christmas.